Need to put a bucket on top of that fuel tank. You know, things got moved around in here a little bit. Yeah, that's where the one drip is. Here's the one going into that tarp up there. I can kind of see a spot on the ground up front. Yeah, there you go. You can see it against the door. I think that's it. There might be another on the other side. And of course, you know, this bucket up here's catching. Looks like the stream that ran down the wall and through the chains, and it's running across the steel rack. And yeah, nothing on the floor over here yet. It's looks like it is underneath the rack, but not over here. Oh yeah, the rains are back. They said no later than 9 p.m. last night it was gonna just, 2 inches of rain and gonna be over 3 days. From 9 p.m. from 11 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. So that's what, 6.5 hours. It's 3/4 inch of rain. Driveway's kind of comfortable to walk on. Kind of like walking on a plush carpet. We got a boot washing station right here, or a paw washing station. And number one threw that cardboard box out here with some junk in it yesterday afternoon. I guess I shouldn't say last night. She's gone by 3:30, somewhere in there. Yeah, so now there's a good wet cardboard box. And there's what she looks like. I haven't looked to see if the catch basins are working or if the rodents got the tiles plugged up out of them. I haven't even looked to see if we got any cows. I see a traveler out there from here, just barely make the outline out. While the guts are still in here. I guess I didn't get to that part in last night's video. I'm not overly sure. But hey, look. Cut you off again. Here, look at you. You can see. Looky there. That was... I'm not sure where that keeper was. I know where it was. It was on this shaft. When I got the pulley pulled off, there was no keeper here. So it just let that right back in the housing. I don't know why. I mean, the keepers for in the housing are doing fine. The spacers and keepers, that's good. But for some reason, it's just not holding up here. And yeah, I couldn't get that one shrunk back enough yet. So I'm seriously considering putting that sucker on there and welding on. Doesn't have to go both directions to come off, as long as you can get it out of the bearing and out of the housing. It doesn't matter. So I'm thinking about doing that, and you just work it one way. Kind of have to weld on, if I do it, I'll have to put the shoulder on the back side to be on the turbine side, because you got to be able to get to everything here. I don't know. I'm going to try to work on that. And yeah, if you notice the color, I think the old one started to spin on it. This one's loose on it now. That's another reason I want to tighten it there. I think what it's doing is the shaft is starting to wiggle. And by the way, it won't go all the way through, but the shaft is starting to wiggle and knocking the keeper off. I think that's what it's going to do, or what it's doing. So that's the assumption I'm going to work from, and yeah, I planned on being done with this before Ron got here, and he plans on being here in about 45 minutes, so I think I'm going to be done with this. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to go put it out back on there today, right now, whatever. I do need to go out there and get that running. get it in, and hopefully the ground isn't too soft to get back out of there. Looks like last spring, like March or April, if that. Actually, most of April was pretty dry. That is exactly on 1 inch. And it is 8:30 in the morning, and it started 11 o'clock last night. So if we're supposed to get 2 inches, we're halfway there already. Apparently it's supposed to rain through Monday. And then we're supposed to have 1 or 2 days of not rain, then rain again. And hey look, Ron's pickup's here. That's because Ron's in the shop. I'm headed back that way. Oh, hey look, number 1 even showed up. She's in there too, probably still gabbing instead of doing. And I got part of that chef figured out, I hope. I'm just having trouble with a keeper. And hey, this one says 1 1/8. Well, we got more rain over here than we do over there. And the boys, they don't know what to think. They're just sopping wet. Rainy's hiding in the shop where it's dry. So's Becky. Ron cleaning bolts up.
Hold it up straight out.
No, it's not bad. It's just,
And she's scraping the ones that got carbon on them.
this is the worst. That's
Carbon a little shit. We may smear a little stuff on the shank on
That's the
that.
worst one that I can sweeping rock with.
And
some shit chowdered out of it.
I think I had it turned around. Maybe it was this one. I think this hole was, when they punched it, it didn't punch the tin piece all the way. Clean that up. And getting ready to smear some dope on and make sure we don't have other spots like that, because that little spot right there would cause an issue too. So it's pretty much ready to go on.
And what did we decide that
It is setting there. And just a light layer. You don't need much on them.
No, that's,
We're anti-seizing the shanks of the head bolts
yes,
because a few of them were a little
nasty.
iffy. And things are a little easier here, I think, than they were when we took it apart. I don't know. It went in beautifully. We were leaned a little bit to the front, but I held this corner up, and Ron lined the pins up, and we're there. Yeah, look. See, I told you, Ron's actually here. See? There is proof. Ron is here.
I'm going to be so mad if this gets more views than my video the other day. Because my dad...
Because the last one that Ron was here, and all you got was a glimpse in the last 10 seconds of the video of the dump truck he drives going out the driveway, got 1.4 something views in a matter of 2 days. Number 1, flipping me off here in the shop a couple days after that, got 200 and some views. Otherwise, everything's like 100,
Yeah. And who got
130.
jiggling, huh?
I wasn't jiggling your boobs. Don't you ever
I
accuse
said,
me
who
of that.
got?
I told you Ron's still here. Ron's playing. We've been tag teaming this because part of it's easier to reach from there, part easier from here, but working our way up. Just for fun, we started at 90 pounds and hit 100 pounds. Now we're at 110. 115 is what they're supposed to be, but I was kind of wondering if, I didn't remember if I actually hit at 100 pounds or if we were at 110, and it's looking like we were at 110.
A couple have moved.
But a couple have moved. The weird thing is, I ran them down with a little DeWalt screwdriver. Zoom. Right there. With an adapter on it. So, yeah, there's no way we were going to get close to torque. And, but they were snug. As he worked his way around, they got looser and looser and looser and looser. Some of them actually got a full turn or two before they were snug. But it's kind of an interesting torque sequence on this. I can honestly say I've never seen a torque sequence like this. You start with that one right there, just under the oil pan. Then you drop down on the outside where the injectors go in, and you do all the way around the outside, like you do this one, then this one. You do not do this one. Hey, my finger, there it is. You just go the straight row around the outside. Then you jump into the middle, and you do the center too. This one first, then this one. And then you do that one, and that one, that one, and that one. We're getting good at this, we're remembering it. Then you go up here and you do, I don't know if it's this one or this one.
This one.
Yeah, this one first, then this one. I mean, yeah, definitely nothing like anything I've done before. On everything, I mean, rule of thumb is you start in the middle and work your way out. But this one, you do the outside, then work your way in. Interesting. And just for those that want to really see what it looks like, you feel there, it's focused. There it is. Interesting. And for bolts, they're saying if there's 6 marks on them, it's a grade F cap screw. Well, it's a grade 8, 115 pounds. These are all grade 5 bolts. They're all the proper lengths. They're all the right length shank, the right length thread. So, you know, they were in it. They've been in it for, you know, God knows how many years. I, you know how many years it's been that it hasn't been apart before. Because it was a part in, we figured 1968. And I'm willing to bet they're the same bolts that were in it when they took it apart then. So, they're still in it. Now he should be set at 115 pounds. Now he's going to earn his Wheaties. And pretty much when we're done going over them today, we're going to be done with them for the day. I'm just going to let it sit here. Sometime tomorrow I will go over them again. You know, they say, oh, run it. Well, yeah. You cannot get to the ones under the valve cover if you have the valve train in. The rock shaft is in the way. So that means a lot of tearing apart and putting together. And everybody I know, yeah, just do it and let it set and come back to it a day later. And we may do it over a couple of different days and just recheck it in a couple of days. I don't know. We will see what happens. In the meantime, I told you Ron's here. You can see his beautiful face.
Yeah.
The beads of sweat rolling down.
Yep.